Leo, welcome to your bonus in-depth reading that is yours and theirs. I hope you're well. I hope you are fabulous. Like always with yours and theirs, take what resonates, leave it does not, and reverse those energies as you see fit. More so with yours and theirs, as energy exchange and interchange is real, rapid, and fluid. Having said that, your person that I see on this board today, might include the energies of a significant other, spouse, boyfriend, girlfriend, lover, ex of 5 years ago. It happens, right? But I would also ask you to make space for those other perfectly common elements in life, such as work, family stuff, spiritual stuff. Like I said, perfectly common elements. They come up a lot. But keeping that in mind altogether, these are general collective readings, not one-to-one private, so there's a good chance they may not resonate at all. And that happens quite a bit, okay? So don't get frustrated, right? Check out your other placements. You will find yourself in there somewhere. All right. What's going on for Leo? Oh, that reminds me. Yeah, we will be in your season in the blink of an eye. We're almost there. I think I mentioned that in one of your last check-ins. It's like, hopefully you're pre-gaming that energy. It's very, very common that people will experience that uptick the week or so before. It's nice. It's a good feeling. All right. What's going on for Leo? Like always, we're going to start with your side of the board. But as I say in that intro, reverse energies as you see fit. Or don't. It may not resonate at all. That's it. That's all she wrote. Okay. What's up? Page of Wands. Temperance. The Empress. Ooh, look at you. Yes. All right. The Emperor. Yeah, the Four of Pentacles and the Three of Swords. Well, we have a match here, Emperor and Empress, but currently you two are completely different planes of existence. Operation. Method. Feeling. It might even spill over into beliefs, but okay. All right, hold on. No shit. Ten of Pentacles and the Fool. Yeah, okay. Overview. The Lovers. Oh, wow. Okay. Oh, my goodness. Gosh. Yeah. Okay. So much going on here. Which is great, because you showed me heavy 3D aspects, but I couldn't quite tell how you two were connected yet. Gosh, I'm looking at each other's equals, but we don't quite seem to know that yet or adjusted our reality to that yet. What is going on? Okay, the Lovers is in your overview. Very strong connection. Spiritual, emotional, sexual, right? All that stuff and more. It can be very complicated, yes, because it needs to line up in order to be fully appreciated, accepted, and to be continued, okay? For it to continue on. So, very complicated or very, very charged. Usually it starts out very charged and then becomes complicated. But it's always interesting to see how people experience it. But yeah, we got equals here. We're not just each other's lovers, we're each other's equals. On your side, Page of Wands, Temperance, Empress. Oh, don't you look great? You look wonderful. It took work, temperance. It always looks so easy, and that's why it's so... So I have a lot of reservations about temperance and how it's depicted. It's actually quite the violent process, but it looks so peaceful. It is not. Temperance equals time, healing, difficult emotions specifically, and that's what the angel's always tossing around, 2 cups of water. Back and forth on some very difficult emotions until we temper them. That takes time, patience, compassion, a willingness to love oneself to actually do the work. Guess what? A lot of people don't love themselves so well, so they don't do the work. Page of Wands, Temperance, and the Empress. Yeah. You look really in tune with who you are, what you believe, what you're about, your empowerment principles. You believe in being productive, being a person of contribution and effort, adding to the quality of life. Okay? And that's what you do. I'm not saying you go around in life being completely aware of that. It's just, I can see that you add to the quality of life. You don't take away from it. Okay? And that was something that you've worked through in your own particular life path journey as part of temperance, what's important to you. And you try to live and thrive under those principles. And that's what makes you empowered. You know, operating by way of belief. Because it works for you, not because it doesn't. So it's beautiful. And I'll clarify, I'll see all the nonsense. I'll see the stuff that probably led you to that space in your life. But yeah, it's gorgeous. I like how there's a little bit of openness there at the page of wands. Yeah, I'm open. And that's about, after that, you just kind of roll out who you are in such a lovely way. I'm really enjoying it. But part of your overview is understanding that you're deeply connected to somebody. Okay? So I know you're sharing that with someone. And here they are. The Emperor, 4 of Pentacles, 3 of Swords. So here we have our equal. Okay, well, I don't know about our better half. You know, that's for you to decide. But this is our equal in terms of empowerment and enforcing certain beliefs and principles, acting by them, acting in accordance to them, but with a kind of sense of authority. Okay, with the Emperor. Leading, being a person of importance, of note. Okay. A good source of authority to others, making decisions as well, but with a certain level of authority behind it. Okay. 4 of Pentacles, 3 of Swords. Right now, they're holding on to a wound. I could say they're nursing a wound. 4 of Pentacles with the 3 of Swords. It might be their way of working through it. I hope that they're working through it. But yeah, they got some heartbreak in there, and they're holding on to it. So I hope that they're working through it while they're holding on. There's no point in holding on to something if we're not going to do something with it. And that's what's so frustrating with the 4 of Pentacles. Because I can see people hold on and simultaneously withhold. In other words, I'm holding on and doing nothing with it. So I hope they're doing more than just being stubborn about their own pain. I hope they're working through it as well, because they're bigger than that. I know they are. I know they are. Otherwise, we're just being stubborn for the sake of being stubborn, and that's not a proper use of authority. But I hope they're working through it. The Hierophant, 10 of Pentacles, the Fool. Whoa, stability, lots of it, oodles of it. So much stability. A lot of commitment there to stability, growth, foundation. I have no doubt you two share that in common, those principles of this is what matters. That's why you're both empowered. You've both created worlds, or co-created worlds, I don't quite know where you two are just yet, that include those belief systems about working hard, digging deep, being of purpose, being of drive, being of value to others, planting deep roots, okay? Casting a wide net, but because it serves a function for you both at a way that's kind of high on the operation levels. So it's again, a commitment to these things, stability, foundation, everything you've built or a part of. You both share that in some way, those elements. And then the Fool, being open to that on both sides. You both, the two of you have a lot in common, like a lot. It's just, you seem to be at different places right now, perhaps in your lives. Okay. Okay, where are we? Oh, I spent way too much time on that baseline. It's just, I found the whole thing to be very fascinating. All right, let's take a look at the Lovers, please. Sorry, there's a good chance it's going to go to 40 minutes, just FYI. The Lovers. Let's take a look. But it's nice. This is why I prefer in-depths. I like taking my time, and when I appreciate energies, I like to appreciate energies. 7 of Swords. Page of Swords. Oh, devil. Ah. Okay. All right. So this is one of the things that you've been working through, Temperance, how you found yourself connected to this person and why there are many parts of it that you found upsetting, uncomfortable, disturbing. And it was hard for you to look at it. It was really hard for you, but you did. And you'll continue to do so. But to be clear, the both of you are still very much on each other's minds. I have at least one person here who keeps a very strong eye. I don't know about obsessive, but it is possessive eye on the other person. And that's because for at least one person, they still have a lot to work through. For your part, you showed me your kind of aptitude, your inclination towards healing, and how it's lended to who you are. So I know that you have taken parts of this lover's connection and absorbed it and done with it what you needed to do with it to better learn about yourself. But that's... and also being super secretive about it. I don't want to give it away that I'm looking so intently at the other person. I don't want them to know. I don't want them to know. It's almost like a secret pleasure for somebody. So I'm thinking, I think you know what I'm thinking. Well, you are both deeply connected. And by the way, lovers plus devil often equals unrequited. In other words, it didn't come together physically more often than not, but many parts of it were left unresolved. So outstandingly so that strong connection starts to feel twisted. Anyway, but yeah, someone casts a possessive eye on the other. But I can see that you've taken your portion of that and worked through it, and someone else still has work to do. Okay? Page of Wands. That's a lot. It's a lot to unpack. There's a break, defensive, anger. Page of Wands. Who else had the devil in their opening? Aries. And I promise you I shuffle the hell out of these. And it was completely different context, completely different devil, completely different meaning. But just in case, if you have Aries in your chart, okay? Page of Wands. The Sun, Page of Pentacles, and the Five of Pentacles. You're like, yeah, I acknowledge the break. I understand that there was abandonment here. It sucks. But it's not easy for me. But I'm trying to be open to being happy. Okay, cool. Very straightforward, very you. Okay, it's like I acknowledge what happened. Okay. And it's, you know what? It's a choice to invest in happiness. That breakage, that abandonment, it affected me too. But I still try to remain open to happiness. Okay? Which means at some point you acknowledge why you invested in that connection is because you understood in some way it made you happy. Even though it hurt. And Temperance, as part of finding your happiness again and feeling good about yourself, you put in the work. You understood it was something that you needed to be open to, not closed off from. Because of the pain of what you experienced. Six of Swords, the Ten of Wands, and the Nine of Wands. Man, so much resistance there. I know. It takes a lot for you to try to move on from this and work through it. It took so much. It wasn't easy, I know. Temperance is a whole thing. There was so much resistance from you internally. To allow yourself to learn to let this go. Like, it was so much resistance for you on the inside. I gotta learn to let this go. I gotta learn to let this go. I gotta learn and learn from it and heal from it simultaneously. Leo, we gotta learn that. I don't want to. We're going to learn to let this go. I don't want to. I want to learn to let this go. I don't want to. And that took a while. It took a while to sort out the mechanics of your emotions, because there was times when you really wanted this. I told you, you shared that devil and that you worked through it. That's what this looks like. That's exactly what this looks like. I want my strong connection. You can't have it. Deal with it. And then you would deal with it. You would work through it. And then you was like, I want my strong... You can't have it. Move on. That's what that looked like. I told you. You shared that. You know? There was a time when you probably looked for them and you kept an eye on them yourself. Perhaps you still struggle with that. But I will say you found a lot more peace. You made it look so easy. It's not. It's really not. The Empress. But you still believe in what you believe in. How can I desire something or someone for it to hurt that bad and I'd still want it? I'd still crave it. I'm still attached to it. If I thought it had a chance, I'd still fight for it. Where do you think all that fight energy comes from? You had to fight for yourself to leave it and learn from it. But if you could, you'd probably turn that energy around and fight for this. You know? That was your particular side of the devil. King of Pentacles, Two of Cups, and the Queen of Cups. Okay. Empress. It's love. That's love. While you're out there being productive and empowered, it's love. It's expressed. It shows up. King of Pentacles, Queen of Cups, Two of Cups. Okay. All right, we'll get to that. Okay. Let's see that Emperor, please. It's so solid. It's beautiful. It's peaceful. It's just right. It's just so. Looks very comfortable and it feels good. All right, let's see that Emperor. Ooh, Five of Swords, the High Priestess, Two of Swords. Oh, they stubborn. They stubborn. They didn't want to listen to themselves, honey. They did not want to listen to themselves. Ouch. I hate seeing conflict like that because it really speaks to the dynamics of how frustrated we can get, how self-sabotaging we can get, how delusional we can get. It's like this person really didn't want to hear it. Like they literally did not want to hear it. Five of Swords. The High Priestess, Two of Swords. Oh my, we did not want to listen to ourselves, that we were being stubborn and withholding and just, no, I'm not. I'm just being an emperor. I'm just being an emperor. It does not affect me. I'm not bothered by it. There is no sense of feeling towards this. That bullshit can stop. And as I, I have no reaction. There's nothing to react to. I wouldn't have called that person out on their bluff, I'll tell you that. They got strong game. I tell you what, if they want to look like they were unaffected and unbothered, they're damn well gonna. But it was a lie. It was a lie. It was a lie. You know, you think that it's like they're showing face to you or this connection, saving face. But what they end up doing is just hurting themselves. And as we see that, we're holding on to a wound, or like I said, nursing a wound. I hope that they work through that. I really do, because the denial game on that one is strong, high. Ooh. And I think we know about the one who casts the possessive eye to this day and doesn't want it acknowledged. Don't see it, don't see it, don't see it. It's the same person who refused to see it this whole time. listen to themselves specifically. Four of Pentacles. How did they fail to listen to themselves, though? That they had feelings for you, that they know who you are to them, and they don't deny it anymore. Like what? There's so many ways. I'm looking for a direct shot, but there's so much deniability attached to that energy. So much saving face on that one. Don't see them upset. Don't see them conflicted. Don't see them pissed off. Don't see it. I want to keep an eye on you, but don't see how I'm actually doing, though. You know? The Four of Wands, Ace of Swords, Page of Pentacles. Withholding. Refraining from investing in the relationship, putting more thought into it, seeing it for what it was specifically. That it was a relationship, like a real one, or it could have gone in that direction. It could have gone in that direction of stability had we made different choices. The truth about the connection is they see it or perceive it or we're experiencing it. But again, they're not going to know what the truth is if they spend most of their time denying it, okay? But somewhere in them, locked in there, is the truth of what they really thought. How they really experienced the connection of Four of Wands. A relationship, once more, how two people define it. So it could be commitment. I'm not seeing that, even though it seems to be there, though. That's what's so frustrating to me. I think you both believe in long-term stability. I think you both believe in committing yourselves to a greater cause or purpose. I think you both believe in serving the greater good. I do. But when it comes to your two's interpersonal dynamic, it seems to defy what you both believe in. This is where we tended to be the least honest with ourselves, is in connection. And you did it too. To be clear, you did it too. And Leo, I'm looking at, yeah, I know. That's the shit I worked through. Thank you. It took me forever to leave that alone, leave it behind, and then stop trying to go back to it. Let's be real. Okay. But you saw it, to your credit, as worthy of your time to heal through this. Three of Swords. Show me that Three of Swords. Show me that Three of Swords. Show me that Three of Swords. The Lovers is there. Ten of Wands and the Two of Cups. And there. Two of Cups. Two of Cups. Lovers. Good. It is so hard for this person to drop the bullshit. And mind you, that bullshit is 100% self-imposed. It always is. Be it your side or their side, is somewhere in between. It's always, because you've been through it. It is so self-imposed, right? But we don't know. We're thinking, but I had no choice. That's how I just reacted to the situation. But we kept doing it, even though it felt good and hurtful at the same time. I know you participated in it, and then you figured it out. It took you time, but you figured it out, and then you stopped your bullshit. It's like, I will not interact. It is so hard. 9 of Wands, 10 of Wands. Let me make that clear to you. That was exquisitely hard to stop. You're like, I will never heal from this person, this connection, or learn from it if I keep trying to make space for it. I gotta stop. Okay. And then I just see, boom. Apparently, equal love just shows up for you. It's of the heart, and it's authentically given. From the King of Pentacles, Queen of Cups, it's actually between the two. And it's something that's worthy of you and better reflective of you. And I'm like, okay, is that someone new, or are we working with the same person here? It's the same person. It's equal heart. I know it is. And there's the Lovers. It's being recognized. It is being recognized. But you know how it took you that phenomenal strength of will to exit, to stop contributing? Okay? It's taking them that same phenomenal strength of will. What you experience, they're experiencing. And it's being harder because they're not showing me enough reflection around healing, and this is what's good for me, this is what I want to do. It's a struggle for them to admit that this broke my heart too, that this hurt me too. Because again, they spent so much time back here being like, no. You can't faze me. You cannot ruffle my feathers, okay? This ice cube don't melt. All right, it's I'm not listening, and I'm also denying. Woo! And here, it's in there. It's in there. It's in there. They work on it almost bluntly sometimes with some very crude tools, but there is a truth in there. Here we had confusion and denial, self-sabotaging, and then there's a stronger truth cooking in there. But man, the way they work on it, it's erratic. It's like, imagine somebody, it's a very intense project, but let's say we work on it randomly on a Wednesday, and then we get back to it in a couple of weeks on a Monday. You see what I'm saying? It's not consistent, but it is being dug out. It's Three of Swords, and then there's that Two of Cups. It shows, and it's hard for them, but they're like, this connection broke my fucking heart too. And you have no idea how hard this is for me, and you actually do, but you don't need to bring that up. You have no idea how hard, and you probably made this look easy. It wasn't easy for you. It's definitely not going to look easy for them when it shows up. FYI. But yeah, here's the connection as I feel it and understand it. And this is hard for me. This is Emperor. We're saving face. It's kind of machismo here. Well, I don't know if it goes into all that, but you know what I mean? That stiff pride. And that's actually true strength. I don't know why people don't understand that, but they don't. Showing true strength is this how I really feel. I don't mean the red flag shit, like first date. Oh, I love you. Oh, no, that's a problem. This is, I had to learn things the hard way, and I did it to myself. But there's something here I got to tell you. Okay. All right. So yeah, it's a match right there towards the end. Right there towards the end. The heart space lines up well between you two, but I have to admit it's hard for them. But they are acknowledging the connection. This is the person who keeps a possessive eye, I believe, on you. But you've been through that too. Let's be clear. You kept an eye on them too. Perhaps even obsessively at one point, but you worked through it, and that was part of you. Leo? Stop. Okay. Nobody gets out of connections like this unscathed. We all contribute. Let me make that clear. You both contributed. You're both coming out of this scathed in some way. But the point is, are we learning from it? Okay, Six of Wands. The Hermit. And Temperance. That's some beautiful healing. It's reflecting on back what you have done back here. And Temperance, the Hermit, and Six of Wands. We had to get comfortable healing this idea around commitment and what it means. We were a little too confident with it. We were a little too comfortable with it. Perhaps we were a little too cocky, maybe even ego with it. We thought we knew what commitment was. Because there was a strong sense of here, hey, I know that this is correct for me and I'm going to stick with it. Spiritually, I'm committed to this. And it's something about we needed to take a look at that we assume we know what commitment is and perhaps we really don't have a clue. That we know what our core beliefs are, and that got challenged in a big way as well. You both showed me empowerment and core beliefs. Let me make that clear. And we had to look at those. Okay? It's like, what does empowerment really mean? And how am I reinforcing those with the Hierophant? Do I actually back up what I believe in? Because at some point you clocked it. It's like, I don't like this. I don't like living like this. I don't like feeling mentally twisted up about somebody that I'm not connected to. I know it's a strong connection, but I'm bigger than this. I shouldn't be checking in on them. They're not mine. I shouldn't be possessive of it. I need to learn from it. I need to move on. And it's like, it's not spiritual devotion. It makes me feel sick. Yeah, there's a strong connection, but I'm an empowered person. I gotta go. I stop fucking around with it mentally, spiritually, or emotionally, So and that's how you kind of defined empowerment. A lot of people think empowerment is I get what I want. No, that's how you become an entitled little shit, which means you don't learn anything. Empowerment means you learn things the hard way, and you're a big Leo, you're a big Aries, you're a big Scorpio, and you figure out where you screwed up, and you counter-correct it in some way. Okay? You actually start living up to your ideals. And I see that that's what's happened for you. And this person is being challenged to do something similar. And in so doing, that would therefore be the biggest kick-ass representation of the lovers I've ever seen. And that in order for it to connect properly, two people have to be willing to change. Okay, so that could turn that unrequited shit over on its head in a fantastic way. Oh, honey, your reading is better than a shot of espresso, let me tell you. And I've had some good espresso. All right, 10 of Pentacles. God, I love in-depth readings. I miss this so much. Oh, God, it's readings like this that make me remember, oh, God, when they used to run an hour pop. You remember that shit? Yeah. Some of you, you've been around a long time. I appreciate you. All right. Oh, this is why I love in-depth readings right here. You should see me when I work with clients, honey. All right. Or I used to. Page of Pentacles, 8, and there it is. 8. There's that 7 of Wands. That sticky little. Okay. All right. Page of Pentacles, 8 of Wands, 7 of Wands. Don't get me wrong. It's tense. It's a little tense at first. But nonetheless, the communication or whatever it is that's being put forward stabilizes. It's a little tense at first, as one might expect. Once more, you're not waiting. I'm not asking you to wait. No. In fact, you told yourself that's one of the bullshit things you need to stop doing, pretending like you're not waiting. It's 10 of Pentacles. Yeah, no, here it is. Here it is. And it's stabilizing, and it doesn't look like much, but I promise you, it's quite a bit. Page of Pentacles, 8 of Wands, 7 of Wands. So we're going to build into communication, one piece at a fucking time. But it will stabilize. Okay. You two have a lot of core beliefs. And somehow when you two connected, or those core beliefs became challenged, whatever it is you thought you knew about yourself, turns out there are exceptions. And this is something where you had to really, the both of you had to grow in order to appreciate them better. I think you two are so much alike that in some way you push each other away. You might look completely different on the surface, physical beings, but there's something about that. I'm telling you, when two people are so much alike that they push each other away. But because you've never really met anyone like you, you don't know how to just give them up. So, you ever resonate with somebody so strongly, you don't know how it's possible to see your life separately from them? And it's hard for you to articulate why. I'm not saying, oh, the chemistry's different. Yeah, chemistry's always different, okay? It's usually variations of the same shit that you've experienced before. No. I'm talking about the spirit, the strength of heart, one's connectivity to their environment, how they work, how they do things, devotion. Knight of Wands, the moon, page, there it is. Smucker B. McSmuckerton. We had the Page of Swords here twice with the moon, the Knight of Wands. Yeah. It's coming forward under someone's full energy. I did see it. What starts out as rough communication stabilizes. But someone needs to get there still energetically to match the 3D, and that's in process right now. It's the one who's still actively with that watchful eye. So there it is. It's under the moon. And then, the energy comes forward. It's excited. Comes out a little stiff, though, on the surface. No pun intended. Okay. I wish I could get a time frame, but I honestly don't know. I honestly don't know. Do I think it's tomorrow? No. Can I rule that out? No. Logically, no, I cannot. Broken, shattered, heartbroken, destroyed, the ego. Yeah. It also, you both had your egos challenged in some way. Ego's not a bad thing. We all have it as human beings. You're going to have it. Okay, it's already built into the code. You're going to have ego. Like all things in life, it depends on what you do with it. There is good, healthy ego, the thing that keeps you alive. and invested. And then there's unhealthy ego, unconscious motivation, things that have us drive outwards for the wrong reasons. And that was broken, and I believed on both sides. I saw that. I told you, even up here, we had our ego challenged and worked through. I know you did. Around commitment and what it is that you can do. Okay? Some of you assumed a great deal of spiritual commitment to this with a certain confidence that I got it. And that's just not how real commitment works. No. I got it. Finality. Masks off. Farewells. Leave behind closure. I know. I think that's part of you. You recognize within yourself, and you told yourself, that's it. No more goodbyes. No more looking backwards. It's final. It's final. It's final. Well, how you last understood your dynamic to be is final. I'll agree with you on that. But it also hasn't operated under its truth. So you can't actually say goodbye to that because you didn't have it. But yeah, I know. You tried to take your mask off or expose that hopeless, sinking despair, falling apart. There was nothing I can do. There's nothing I can do. My hands are bound. My hands are tied. That's not true. Okay? That's not true. I understand someone's still kind of experiencing all this in that kind of hopeless but not showing it way, heartbroken but not showing it way, I couldn't stop you kind of thing. Oh, yeah, see, I know. That's the lovers there 3 times. So this is the card of the lovers. It's the tulips. That's the secret flower between 2 people. At least back in the day it was. That way nobody else knew your business, honestly. Because you could never court someone back in the day without everybody knowing. If you had date 1, you were expected to be married, right? So the lovers had to send secret flowers and messages to each other. That way they could keep it to themselves. But there it is. The flowers, the tulips specifically, with the love note attached to it, number 9. For some of you, simply put, September, or perhaps the number 9 is significant to you in some way. Once more, I'm not telling you to wait. 6, the storm, emotional upheaval. There is the churning of emotions, the stuff that was done, the stuff that is yet to be concluded. Sudden wealth, FYI. 777. Sudden wealth, a wealth of emotion, unexpected emotion. About to burst forth, or it's still being worked through, or someone's having a sudden wealth of unexpected emotion and they consider it chaotic. It's not chaotic. It just represents all the shit we need to work through. Okay. But if you're not used to it, yeah, it's going to feel like a storm. I'm feeling all the feelings and I don't like it. Well, it's better than just wearing on your fucking spirit every day. G, C, D, B. We have the medallion of Sagittarius, Taurus, and Virgo. You might have any of these very strong placements in your chart. I did point out to you, Sag, did I not? I don't know. Check theirs and find out. All right, anyway, you might have any of these very strong placements in your chart. Could be connecting to other seasons. Might be important to you. The next upcoming season of relevance then would be Virgo. Okay. Anyway, I hope this helped you. Leo, honey, this was a hell of a reading. Anyway, I hope it helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well.